Alright, human error will do it every time. And the error was mine. It was this human. So alright, good evening everybody. We're just going to run some trains tonight. Nothing serious, nothing planned. Well, I guess that's kind of normal for us. We got, pardon me, a few different things in a few different spots tonight. Just kind of rearranged everything. I thought it might look a little bit more interesting, or I don't know, spark some interest. So alright, let's get some things going. What do you say? Let's start by doing the Mickey Mouse, because he's pretty much drama free. You know, it just occurred to me you can barely even see that. Alright, well. We're still gonna let him go. Why not? Alright, cool. So let's start what we have been calling the impossible train. Moved quite a bit of stuff around here the last week or so, so if we find something that's off the track, that's probably going to be my fault. And already. Alright, well, I bet you one of those locomotives is off the track. Let me go check it out. Alright. Took the liberty of moving the camera while I was up. I don't know if we can see any more now than we could or not, but let's see. I think we can. And we can kind of sort of see the Mickey Mouse train. Alright, so new for tonight, we have a MTH diesel here on the track. The orange BNSF usually runs on the over and under track, and tonight we're just going to run him on this other one. We're going to give him the privilege, and yes, it is a privilege, of pulling the 13 bicentennial set cars, and then of course the bicentennial caboose, because our bicentennial locomotive is quite sick. So alright, let's see, which one is that? It's that one. I guessed correctly the first time, but I took lots of time doing it, didn't I? Alright, so we gotta let him charge up just a minute. One of these days we'll just stir up the live stream and everything will work, and it'll seem smooth and good. I guess today wasn't that day. So the problem was I was trying to start my DVR, and apparently the hard drive was plugged into the computer, not the the DVR. So yeah. Alright, I feel like the MTH ought to be charged by now. Yes, indeed. This control has a whistle control on it, but I don't think it works with this MTH. Let's try it. It makes his bell ring. Alright, well, we're going to turn that off. Alright, well, cool. In any case, he's going. So that looks pretty cool with those two rather long trains running within the same circle there. Alright, so next, let's do the Amtrak, the Atlanta Amtrak. I guess we probably need to switch him out for something else one of these days, because we have run him quite a bit. We were talking the other night on, I don't remember if it's a live stream or one of the videos, but I was like, yeah, I find favorite locomotives and I just run them to death. And then we repair them, but I mean, you know, still, we could run something else. So, alright. Looking pretty good. Alright, let's see what else we have here. We have the American Flyer diesel. We turn him on. Well, actually we have two, but we can turn on the one that is pulling the chrome passenger cars first, I guess. Let's see. That's this one. See, about the time I get all these controls figured out, we're going to move everything. And then we'll have to start all over. Something didn't just sound very good, but I don't know what it was. I think it was just that gateman over there on the Mickey Mouse track. Pardon me, every once in a while he makes a little more noise than normal. Alright, so I think the last thing we have to run here on this one middle track with all the inner loops is the American Flyer Baldwin. I absolutely enjoy the heck out of running him. That is the best eBay purchase possibly ever. As far as the fun to the repair ratio, anyway, let's put it that way. Alright, where'd he go? I don't see him. He must have stopped. Maybe I bragged too much on him. Let's see. Oh, I do see him. You know, I think there's a piece of track, or a section of track there where I stepped on it, and I think I probably just got a little bit dirty. I had the same problem on the long, what we're calling the Impossible train. So let me fix that real quick. And no sound, huh? Well, that's interesting. Well, now I'll have to check that out. I can check it out on my phone. Give me just a second, I'll check it out. All right. Give me a minute, I'll try to figure this out. All right, so let's see. Yes, it's showing very little audio going in, which is very interesting. Oh, you know what? I know why. I think I had forgotten about that. All right, I think that's probably more like it. Sorry about that, guys. Let me stick my AirPods in my ears and see. All right, how about now? This is very strange. Okay. All right, let's try this. Well, I can't quite explain that. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had no idea. Alright, so let me adjust some of these levels a little bit here so we're not quite so screechy, but I think we about got it. Alright, yay. I think that's better. I could put it back in my AirPods and see, I suppose. All right, test 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry for all the screeching and whining. Alright, so I think one more little tweak and I think we're good. Alright, I am back. Yay. So, let's see, where were we? I was going to turn on the American Flower Baldwin and for some reason it didn't go. So, okay, let's let's see what we can do here. You know, I know it's just because I'm old, but I swear every time I start this, the settings change somehow. Alright, I'm going to get it for a second. I'm going to go over there and see if I can get the American Flower Baldwin going. I think it's just a matter of a dirty track, which I said before, but I know you couldn't hear me. I was been walking around in here quite a lot, moving some stuff, doing some stuff, and I think I probably just got that track dirty. So let me go do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, so yes, predictably, that is what was wrong. Alright, cool deal, cool deal, cool deal. So, let's see what we can get running there in the very first section of the room that you can see. And I believe that's this guy. Oh, I thought he wasn't going to start there for a second. Alright, very, very cool. Finally, things look happy. I feel happy. So, alright, let's see. Very, very cool. So, I can't exactly explain what that was earlier, but I don't guess I need to. The Diamond Jubilee marks over there doesn't seem like he wants to move. I'm going to take a bit of a breather before I get back up again. Things are mostly running peacefully. So I moved this MTH Amtrak over here to the furthest to it's my left. I guess it's the left on the video. I believe it is. And it's kind of the crisscross track. But he's not pulling Amtrak passenger cars today. He's been relegated to freight duty. Can't quite explain that, but that's what it is. So what's funny about the audio issues is I chose to do the live stream from this as opposed to my phone because I'm having a problem with one of my cords, and I actually got the new cord today, and I just didn't feel like messing with it, but I guess maybe I should have just messed with it. So, alright, let's see if the standard gauge feels like playing with this tonight. The thing with him is I almost need to hear the E unit drop to know what he's doing. I can't hear anything. You can see the light on though. Alright, he's in zone. We're going to go backwards for a minute. Let him do that for a minute, then we'll see if he wants to go forward. Well, he didn't even finish going backwards. You know, I think that whole end of the track somehow got dirty. Alright, well, I'll wipe that off as well. I guess I should have just done it all while I was down there, but I thought, well, surely not, but surely so. Alright, be right back. Well, we got a twofer out of that deal. Not only is he going now, but he's going in the correct direction. Alright, yay! I love this so much. That was so weird on the sound earlier. I'm gonna play with something just real quick to see what I see. I think I know. So it's all right. And I don't think that controls it. I think it's this one. Yes. All right, I figured it out, guys. Sorry. All right, yay, yay me. All right, so barring any other ridiculous problems, we ought to have fun. Alright, can you see this Amtrak over here? Pulling the freight cars. So the G-Skill is going a little fast. G-Skill just looks funny going fast. Of course, I get accused of running my trains too fast anyway. Some of these old ones, they just don't like to go slow. I mean, I know that's kind of just an excuse on a lot of it, but yeah, the old ones really don't like to go slow. They definitely will not creep. They were not designed to do that at all. So in the meantime, the standard gauge here seems to have stopped. And if I'm not mistaken, I think his caboose is off the track. We had a problem the other night where his caboose kept coming off the track. And I think I might just go over there and check it out and see why that is happening. In the meantime, it has also disabled the Mickey Mouse train over there, so that's not cool. So alright, let's see. Huh. Well, perhaps it's the other way around. Perhaps the Mickey Mouse train came off. No, I don't believe so. Alright, well. Oh yeah, that is what happened. Is the caboose is off the track. I can see it. So let me go just check that out and see why that is happening. And it's always about that same spot. So that makes me think it's the truck or something along those lines. It's all right. It won't take a second. I promise it won't. You'll probably see some dork on the other side of the room. Ignore the dork. I'll be right back. Alright, so it was definitely off the track. I can't see anything that's keeping it or making it get off the track, but clearly there is something. The thing about these is that eventually it will reveal itself. We will figure it out. Anyway. Alright, so let's pay close attention and see if we can see where we think the problem might be. There is a bad spot right here, but it's never come off there before, but I mean that doesn't mean it's not coming off now, I don't guess. Look at that, the computer's kind of wobbling a lot. What's up with that? That's strange, I've never seen that before. Huh. Well, alright. I do have another caboose, but it's a much earlier caboose. And it wouldn't go behind those cars. It's very interesting. I've never seen that caboose rock like that before. Alright, well, we'll run it until it comes off the track or something reveals itself. And it looks like we didn't have to wait very long. That is so weird. Alright, well, I'm going to go back over there. YouTube's telling me I'm not pushing out enough data right this minute anyway, so it sounds like a good time to go out over there. Let me go do it. Alright, so I'm not sure, but I think the staples on the trucks may be wearing out the rivets, holding the trucks to the bottom of the caboose. That's an easy fix, but not tonight. Anyway, let's see if it wants to cooperate a little bit better now. It's really not real fun to play with on this thing. Backwards. We don't want backwards. Alright, there we go. So we'll see. meanwhile, our American Flatter Baldwin has sped up substantially. We can slow him down. Cool deal, cool deal, cool deal. All right, so let's see how long things work this time. So yeah, I think we're going to take that caboose apart and probably rebuild the shorts. We can do that. Not a big deal. Just really wobbly. So yeah, I think that's the problem. He doesn't want to run real slow. Alright, so good deal. Say that, then it messes up. So I wonder how many hours we've run that probably 100-year-old caboose. Probably quite a few. It would be hard to run trains more than we run. We ought to be the train testing ground. Maybe we can get on board with Linehouse or something like that. I'm laughing because that doesn't seem very possible, does it? But I guess you never know. Could happen. Alright, I love this so much. Even when it messes up, I really love this so much. Alright, so for those that were here earlier that apparently you could barely hear me, I do apologize for that. I know I keep saying this, but I am still learning how to do all this, and it is a bit of a learning curve for an old man. So we will get it eventually, though. I promise we will. Alright. Yay. Uh-oh. Just lost my window. Speaking of old man. There we go. It's back. Thank you, Paul. They are being a bit cranky tonight, especially that standard gauge caboose. But, you know, I'm pretty sure I got his number. Get him fixed up good as new without a whole lot of drama. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but man, that caboose is just rocking side to side like crazy. They definitely should not be able to do that. Yeah, it hits that corner and it's just like, whoa. Alright, so YouTube just told me that my stream disconnected temporarily, so... Alright, so the caboose is not going to cooperate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over there, I'm going to take the caboose off. I'm kind of one of those people that thinks that trains need cabooses, but I think we need cabooses that will roll and stay on the track. So one last time, hopefully, cross your fingers, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go over there and take that caboose off the track to put him over here in the infirmary. I'll be right back. So I got up to fix one thing and screwed up another. That's kind of how it works in here. These tracks are really, really close together. It's alright. So, for the last time, I keep saying that, I just keep messing with it. So try this. It's definitely the caboose. And we'll get him figured out. I promise we will. And it's not that hard. There we go. It's alright. I think that we'll find that it'll be much happier now. Alright, yay! We have yet to even start the American Flyer, which you can barely see anyway. But the steam engine is over there. Actually, the camera's in kind of an interesting spot tonight. That's okay. Little variety. Alright, so ever so briefly you'll see the American Flyer steam engine go by. Alright, it looks like he's going to keep running. Those S-gauge steam engines are kind of a mixed bag on what they want to do. They kind of do what they want to do when they want to do, and you know what, we just let them do it. So alright, the other American Flyer is on this control here. Alright. Likely you can't see much of either one, but it is running. So I was going to do live stream tonight with the tables we set up, but then somebody asked if the floor layout had been disassembled, so I felt like we needed to show that no, it is not. So we jumped in here instead. That and I was having problems with my cord for my lavalier were in there, so then we decided, alright, it might be easier to come in here, and then had all kinds of problems getting started in there, so can't wait for losing, I guess. I did get the new cord for my lavalier, I just wasn't in the mood to experiment with it, I guess. Hey Brian, welcome. Alright, so in the midst of everything, I didn't start my little bitty Santa Fe over here. It appears he's not going to start. Well, that's interesting. He always works. Must not be on the track. You can't see him anyway. I'm not gonna much bother with it. So it's time to turn down the American Flyer just a little bit. The steam engines I just turned on. They tend to go a little bit faster as they warm up. And if you're not watching them, they will get away from you, and next thing you know, they're laying on the floor taking a rest. So that's pretty good. Okay, either it's my imagination, or I'm losing my mind, but I think American Flyer has lost the rest of its cars. Where did they go? Are we just running a steam engine? Okay, I'm going to turn it on, and it'll become self-evident in a moment. Oh, nope, I see him now. Alright, well, the cars came unhooked. Alright, well, we'll just leave them be too, because we can barely see them as well. Alright, yay. So let's see, what has failed for us tonight so far? The Marks Jubilee locomotive over there is just says no light. And then this, the Santa Fe, the little one, I'm not sure, he was working earlier. I'm not sure what happened to him. And then we lost the cars off the back of the one American Flyer steam engine. I bought a lot of train cars from somebody, to put on new couplers, and the couplers are like really stiff. They don't want to stay connected on this American plier very well. I know it's not correct, but I kind of prefer the knuckle the knuckle couplers, which is later. They're a lot less dramatic. So if we blow the Mickey Mouse train horn, will we even be able to hear it over all the rest? I doubt it. Let's try it. Faintly. Alright. I already feel less stressed. I can have a really, really stressful day and come in here and 30 minutes, an hour later, I feel like a new person. So I'm noticing that my American plier Baldwin here has stopped. I wonder if that's on the same transformer as that little Santa Fe over there. I bet you it is. A couple of my transformers that shares 2 tracks. And I think that's going to be the case. Let's see. That is the case. What do you know about that? Alright. Well, nothing came off the track. It just popped the overload. Even though those transformers run 2 trains, but it's kind of a newer version, and some of these older trains, so it doesn't take a genius to figure out they draw more power. Alright, yay! So somebody said I should schedule my live streams, and frankly I didn't know until I walked in the door this afternoon that I was going to do this, so sorry about that. So I used to come home when I just play with them, and I didn't live stream it, I didn't do anything. I thought, people would be bored, but the live stream numbers say something different, so I guess we'll just keep doing it. I mean, I like sharing. To me, that's as much fun as anything about this, sharing the experience. This is quite an experience. So somewhere below this video window, I don't know if it appears when I'm live or not, there should be like some store icons and stuff that my channel sells. Check out the coffee mugs in particular. Those are super sharp. I got 3, and I love it. I took one to both offices, then I have one here at home, and those have really become my favorite. They're really sharp, and I'd say that even if they weren't mine. Check it out. Shameless self-promotion. So last night I did a brief, very brief unboxing of some Fast Track I bought, and when it got time, to get to the bottom of the box where the receipt is, I had forgotten what I paid for it, and I was just kind of gasped. If you haven't bought train track in the last, I don't know, 10 years, you might want to check your heart before you do it, because wow, that stuff is expensive. And I got the Fast Track just because it seems like it stays together a little bit better. I know a lot of people hate it, don't like it. I don't really have a strong opinion about it one way or the other than when it's here on the floor, which you'll notice there's none in here. It's very, very loud. Now I noticed that when I put it up on the plywood on the little prop that we're building, that it's not as loud up there. Of course, there's not as many trains either, So anyway, when we put the fast track underneath the Christmas tree to run the Christmas train this year, it was loud enough that, fortunately it was in a room where I could, close doors and it had glass doors. But otherwise, I don't think that would have been doable. I think that would have been too loud to enjoy it. So anyway, that's my opinion on fast track. Nothing really against or for it. Just yeah. I think a lot of some people's gripe with it is, if you change your layouts a bunch and do things that, frankly, a lot of us do, it wears out pretty quickly and doesn't want to stay together and loses its contact. And, yeah, you can see that. So when I got the first standard gauge locomotive, speaking of track, you want to talk about sticker shock. Well, first off, try to find a standard gauge track. That's not easy to start with. Then if you want new standard gauge track, that's even a little more difficult. And when you start looking at names like MTH on standard gauge track, wow. I couldn't do that. I wound up finding a lot of rusty track from an estate, and I bought it, and about, half of it's good, half of it's, usable, not good, I guess. So anyway. But yeah, even so, just crazy prices. When I set up this room initially, I got really lucky on some of this stuff. I accidentally got stuff more than I got stuff on purpose, frankly. I buy stuff from lots where you couldn't exactly see what you were getting sometimes, and those tended to be the best lots. That was during the start of COVID, though, and maybe that was just an indication of that time. So, right, for those online, I keep getting the disconnected, reconnected message, and we do apologize for that. That has nothing to do with us. That's solidly a YouTube thing. Now, the good news about that is that we record all this to a DVR, and then we upload the DVR version, and we usually delete the DVR version that YouTube puts out there. So that will make you a little bit happier. No skips, no hops, or less skips, less hops. I noticed that my DVR did a couple of digital blips for last recording, but that's certainly far better than I hate that. I really do, and I know when I'm watching live streams, that's really irritating. So I apologize that it's doing that, but once again, that has very little, if anything, to do with us. So, all right. In the meantime, while I was talking. We seem to have had a train crash. So it's very difficult to see where one ends and where one begins, but I think it looks like it looks like all of the tank cars got rear-ended by the front of the train, and so yeah, I guess we'll maybe go over there and help it out. Oh goodness, well. Wow, I just noticed that one of the tank cars not even on the track. I should take a picture because it's kind of I don't like to wreck my trains, but when you do, you might as well take a picture. You can't unwreck it. All right, let me go do that and take a few photos for, teasers later. And, there are people that enjoy watching the trains wreck. I'm not one of those people, but it does happen. Especially if you're running a bunch and you get to talking and not paying attention. Not that we know anybody that ever would do something like that. All right, I'll be back. Well, I can't say when. It'll be as quick as I can, but it looks like I got quite a bit of cleanup to do over there, so we're going to get to that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so it turns out what has happened is that the standard gauge came off, or the standard gauge track came apart, and moved the standard gauge train over enough that it collided with the O scale, and it caught some of the train cars, and then the rest of the train continued without those, and then, yes, it rear-ended what was still there. Alright, so we got everything going again, except for the standard gauge. So he's been kind of a mixed bag tonight, hasn't he? He does seem to like backwards. I can't see what he's doing right this minute. I don't think he's doing anything. I don't know. Oh, now I see he's going backwards. Okay, well I can at least see him now. Alright. Forwards, please. Alright, cool. Alright, so I think we're probably going to do this for another, I don't know, 15 minutes. And then we're probably going to call it a night. That bicentennial train that we took off the track and was trying to figure out what was wrong with it, it actually melted. The motor melted. It's one of the beginning of the MPC errors, and most of the time your brush plate on those Pullman motors was kind of a, I think, bakelite type product. It wasn't meltable. And somewhere in that first couple of years of MPC, they switched that to a white plastic. And I can summarily say that that was a poor choice. So we're going to repower him. We're going to do it in a way that's probably going to do some old school stuff, because I really like running him. Unfortunately, other than some of the very much newer stuff, there's not a lot of the Lionel that's going to be different anyway for the drives on the U36B train. So anyway, we're working on it. I promise we are. That seems to be one of everybody's favorites. I know it's one of my favorites. I wanted it a long time before I got it. Interestingly, that's the same design, the same motor as our what is that? Burlington Northern. I don't remember its number, but it's the same locomotive, the same motor. But we've never run more than like 2 or 3 cars behind him. So I guess it's just an unfortunate thing that the bicentennial locomotive, if we had all the cars, it was 13 boxcars plus a caboose, and that's a lot. That's a lot even for a healthy, well-designed motor. So that probably would explain why you don't see a lot of those for sale that are working. Alright, YouTube is giving me all kinds of nasty messages tonight about my stream health, so I suspect we're going to rely heavily on the DVR, which is okay. I'm okay with that. We can do that. Alright, and now it says we're back to excellent. What's interesting is every time I open that up to see what the problem is, it instantly goes back to excellent, like it's just teasing me or something. Alright, well this will give you guys something to watch until I can get another long form video up. We're working almost exclusively on trying to get this prop made. Hello. for the long form video that we are working on, which, at least in my mind, is super cool. I hope it turns out super cool, because in my mind it's just, well, it's super cool. So sometimes I have ideas and I think they're gonna be great, and then yeah. And what's funny about that part? Well, what's funny about that rather is that on YouTube you really never know, because some of the stuff I've gone, man, that really just, oh my god, that was horrible, and then it just does really well. So you really never know. Which is also a reason why, even if the videos turn out, well, in my opinion, terrible, I still post them, because it seems like somebody gets something out of everything. So yeah. Last night we did a long form where we did the unboxing, and we're just kind of running trains up there on the prop that we're building. And for a portion of that video, my lavalier acted up, and yeah. But yet, that's one of the videos that's doing really well right now. If you can figure that out, you let me know. So the standard gauge is being much better behaved without that caboose on the end. It is clear, to me anyway, that those trucks have something going on that's making that wobble incessantly. And I suspect it's just that the rivets have worn out. That's my first and best guess without looking at it really close. So I'd say that's probably a good guess. I've never looked inside of him. I don't exactly know how he's built. It may be a nut and a bolt even. We will certainly check it out. And you can check it out with us. We like doing things and then showing what we did. Because you never know. Somebody might be doing the same thing. And it's kind of nice to know sometimes. Even if you don't know how to fix it or don't want to fix it, it's kind of sometimes nice to know what it could be. Alright, well, I went from a human stress ball for when I walked in the door about an hour ago to very happy and very relaxed now. So if nothing else, I appreciate you guys for indulging me in this, hanging out with me a little bit. It is always a pleasure to hang out with you guys. Seriously, you guys are the best. I mean, clearly, a YouTube channel with nobody nobody participating or watching would be a pretty sad thing. And we've grown pretty significantly, pretty quickly. Some people are saying too quickly, and they may be right. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. As long as I'm happy, I don't guess I care about the other end of it. Seems like I do things that make me happy, and somehow it makes other folks happy too. So that's a win-win if you ask me. So we had an interesting thing happen, and this has been a while back, but my wallpaper, I guess that's what you call it, on my laptop for work is, well, it's a picture of this room. It's at night and it's lit up. It's really a cool picture. I think it may actually be the cover picture for my channel, actually, that same photo. If it's not, it's one that's very similar. Anyway, we were having a meeting, and we have a lot of meetings while I work. And it was a very contentious meeting, and anyway, I switched from whatever it was we were showing to something else, but I accidentally switched to my screen instead, and it popped up with the trains and stuff, and it was a good minute before I realized that that's what we were showing. And somebody said, "You need to move the trains." And anyway, I thought, I was going to be in trouble or whatever, but the executive director said just that moment of watching or seeing the, it was just static picture, of course, seeing the model trains just kind of changed the mood and made the meeting better. So there you go. Something very nostalgic about model trains. Something almost magical. Alright, I think next time before I go live with you guys, I'm going to make sure that my my levels are correct. Seems like we keep having that same problem, but in different ways the same problem. Oh my goodness. What's interesting is what was turned down. I don't ever remember turning down. I'm not sure why you would turn it down, frankly. So that was interesting. So maybe I had some help, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just old. That's probably more like it. Alright guys, I'm going to start shutting down some of this stuff. It takes a minute to shut it down, and believe it or not, some folks have messaged saying that they like seeing it all shut down. So that's to each their own. Whatever makes you happy. I am happy to do whatever makes you happy. Alright, so we're going to start the big standard gauge right there. Pardon me. I've gone almost all night without a scratchy throat, and just all of a sudden, there it is. Alright, so MTH over there. And looks like he stopped. So we'll go ahead and we will stop the Amtrak over here that you can barely see anyway. Just as soon as I remember what I have him connected to. I think it was this one. It is this one. I like to stop him at the top. I know you can't see what I'm talking about, but it's a what do you call it? The figure 8 where it's elevated on the trestles, and I like stopping it at the top. How's that for a description? I like that. Alright, so let's get the standard gauge stop next, because this is about where I like to stop him. Over here, where nothing can kick him or whatever. Every once in a while, those big puppies they figure out how to get in there and they make a mess. It's nice if they can't get to that as easily. Alright, so let's stop what we're calling the impossible train. I guess it's probably about time to run something else. We've run this quite a bit. Alright, so let's get him kind of over there. It's not exactly where I wanted him, but it's okay. It's good enough. Alright, so next we're going to do... Actually, we'll do something I don't think you can see anyway, which is that small Santa Fe over there. You just have to take my word for it that he is stopping. So, alright. What next? We'll do this, the orange MTH, the BNSF. I just really like that locomotive, and I know I say that a lot, but I do. It's really, really short. It's one of my favorites. Orange is not my favorite color, but on that locomotive it just looks crazy cool. Alright, stop him there. Let's see, next we'll do the Amtrak. Alright. And maybe the American Flatter Baldwin when he comes back around. So, okay. Very good. And then last but not least on the center loop, we'll do this American Flyer with the chrome passenger cars. And there we go. The only thing that's not stopped now is Mickey Mouse. And he's just happily over there chugging along. We can hear his whistle now, though. Alright, let's just pull him on into the station over here. Alright. It's so peaceful when everything stops. Alright guys, I have had fun hanging out with you guys tonight, and once again I appreciate the opportunity to do this and share it with you guys. Walked in the door this afternoon and I was a mess, a complete stress ball mess, and now I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm happy, and so yeah, thank you guys, appreciate that. I would have done it without you, frankly, but I think that, you know, stuff like this, it's kind of selfish not to share it. Does that make any sense? So, okay, guys, you guys are the best. This channel is all about you. Without you, this would be nothing. So we appreciate you watching. We appreciate you commenting. We appreciate your camaraderie. Seriously, you guys are the best. All right, until next time, GGS Railways out.